What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Let's talk about Soulja Boy in this situation that he's in. He is being, or no, he's been sued civically and lost this case, owing $4 million to a former, she wants to call herself what is it? Ex-assistant, personal assistant. I mean, we know what that means. That means 304 for hire usually with these high-profile guys, and they're okay with being a paid 304 until they're not. You know, Soulja Boy, he's got a history of bad behavior when it comes to dealing with women, though. So I'm not really surprised that he wound up in this situation, but I'm not going to completely drag him for it, even though if he would have used better judgment, he wouldn't be here. But the reason why I'm not going to completely drag him for it is because I already know the game. These chicks, they get involved with these high-profile guys. They looking for a payday. And Soulja Boy, unfortunately, fell for the okie doke, as usual, as a lot of these guys do. Personal assistant is BS. All right, we all know what a personal assistant really is. It means that they gonna have some chick that they want to smash, move into their house, not usually pay her, but in his case, he was supposedly paying her $500 a week. I mean, to y'all, that may not be a whole lot, $500 a week, but usually they're not getting paid anything. In many cases, that personal assistant nonsense is just that, nonsense. It's just some chick they want to smash, and the chick understands that. I mean, come on. Some high-profile guy moves you into his house to cook and clean. I mean, you already know what it is. You opening your legs is going to be part of the deal. It just is what it is. I mean, we know this already. People want to be treated like sophisticated, intelligent adults until it's time to actually be treated like sophisticated, intelligent adults. Then they want to feign ignorance. There is no way that you a woman out here and you truly believe that a guy like Soulja Boy is going to move you to his house and he ain't going to be trying to, he ain't going to be trying to clap cheeks. I mean, come on, man. That's just silly. Whenever you are dealing with a man of money and you're a fairly attractive woman, I mean, come on now. What else do you have to offer than that? The dude can cook for himself. The dude can cook his own meals or clean his own place. Or just pay somebody else to do it. Like pay somebody professionally to do it. They can hire a chef. They can hire a cleaning service. You kidding yourself if you think, and we know they don't think this, but if they were somehow to believe this, you're kidding yourself if you think that the reason why a grown-ass man is moving you into his house is because he thinks that you're going to be such a great cook, such a great housekeeper, and such a great personal assistant. Most of the time, they don't do any personal assistant stuff. They literally there to be T and A. It just is what it is. So, Soulja Boy fell for this. Others fall for it too. Remember Deshaun Watson? He was doing the whole massage thing. And, I mean, we all know what that was. Ain't nobody hiring you for these personal massages. A guy like him is not hiring you for just personal massages. And they be totally fine with being a paid 304 until things go left. Then they suddenly become a victim. Now, in her situation, it was a little more deep than the Deshaun Watson one. And in my opinion, it just looked like with that situation, he wanted, massages with happy endings. And when he was ready to move on and get new talent, she felt some sort of way. And so she wants to sue him over it and publicly shame him and all that. I mean, it just is what it is. The game doesn't change. Only the players do. There is no pro athlete that wants a female masseuse and she just being a female masseuse. Well, actually, okay, I'm not going to say there isn't. I'm going to say 99% of the time, if he has a female masseuse, other services are expected for the money he's spending. And they are okay with providing those other services until they aren't. Once the guy decides her services are no longer needed, she comes from being a willing participant, a paid willing participant at that, to now, oh, I was assaulted or whatever. I mean, it's really silly. And you know that that's what it is, because why didn't she go after him criminally? Why wasn't it civilly? You know, if it really wasn't about money and it was about justice, why not file charges so that the man ends up in jail? Same thing with the stuff with Soulja Boy. So in Soulja Boy's case, he wants to, on paper, have her as an assistant, and this is what really killed him. He testifies, oh, it was consensual, you know, but that don't really exist when you admit that she was an employee. If he'd have been like, oh, she was just my girlfriend, we was in a relationship, whatever, that's different. But he, unfortunately, was talking about, oh, she was an employee and it became more than that, but it was consensual. No, man. The problem with that is that you can never, ever claim it was consensual because of the power dynamic. When you have an employee and an employer, they can always make the claim that they felt pressured to go along. Like, really, they'll forever have that. You were this powerful rap star with money and influence, and she felt like if she didn't go along with your advances, that she was going to end up blackballed by the industry or something like that. You know how it is. Women, when they go to court over this, they know how to become a professional victim, and the jurors usually are going to be sympathetic to her. That just is what it is. When it's a man versus a woman, and she throwing out talk of abuse and raping and all that, you did it. Even if you didn't do it, you did it. And it's on you to prove that you didn't do it. And the jury, they're always going to be sympathetic with a woman against a man, unless you got a case like Johnny Depp, where he provided receipts. Remember how Hollywood blackballed Johnny Depp because his lying-ass ex-wife tried to drag his name through the damn mud and make him seem like he was the worst human being ever? Well, for 6 long years, he had to eat that crow. He had to lay low and eat that damn crow. He finally went to court and he had all types of receipts. So that changed the public perception. But he had to provide receipts. Up until that point, Hollywood dropped him. The Pirates movie that was on the way got canceled. No, the director was calling him for nothing. Tim Burton, even he wasn't calling them for nothing. And Tim Burton, we know they was like peanut butter and jelly. So I'm just saying, man, dudes, when you go into court against a woman, you gonna have trouble. It can't just be your word versus her word. It can't just be, you gonna lose. You gotta have receipts. And she had receipts. She had receipts. All he could do was just agree to different stuff, because if he would lie about something that she provided a receipt for, that would hurt his credibility. So here you have it. Soulja Boy, another high-profile man, messing around with the help, or supposedly the help. She's supposed to be the damn help, but I mean, that's all BS. This is just somebody that he just wanted to mess. You know, he just wanted to smash. And he got to do that, and now ultimately it's costing him a hit to his reputation and $4 million. And I don't even know if he balling like that, because according to Celebrity Net Worth, you know, I'm not really counting his pockets like that, but they generally give, you know, some sort of idea in the range that, you know, they're sitting on. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more, but it said that he roughly estimated $5 million. I mean, if you were $5 million, and let's say that's include his house or something, you know, $5 million don't mean that's $5 million liquid. That could be the value of his property. That could be some investments, some cars, some jewelry. You know, it's not $5 million cash. It's just an estimated net worth overall. he can't afford to give up no $4 million, man. Like, really, if you worth $5 million, you can't afford to give up 4. You have to sell off some stuff in order to get liquid and make that possible. So, all in all, this is just another high-profile guy that just couldn't help himself. He got involved with some chick because, heaven forbid, he just messed with some chick that he has no affiliation with whatsoever, no working relationship whatsoever. No, heaven forbid they do that. They always got a personal assistant, and then they end up smashing her, and then they end up in trouble. It happens over and over and over and over and over. It's gonna continue to happen, most certainly. But there it is with Soulja Boy, man. I wish him the best. I like Soulja Boy. He's been around a long time. He's made good contributions to the music industry, but bro, just not that smart when it comes to dealing with these chicks, man, unfortunately. And I hope that he wisens up after this experience and just moves a little differently, man. Because these chicks, they all about them dollars, man. They all about them dollars. I believe she was prepping for this the whole time that she was dealing with him. You know, not to say he's a victim here. He's not. He's a willing participant. I just don't be believing that these chicks be as much of a victim as they would like to believe, because they have a tendency to go to court and really put on a damn performance because they know that the jurors are going to find them sympathetic just by them being a woman telling a story of abuse. I'll holler at y'all soon, though, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.